Hollywood told them to cover up, but instead they posed half-naked in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s. Women like Sophia Loren and Jane Seymour, who spent decades saying no to revealing shoots, suddenly said yes. So, why did they do it? What changed? In this video, we reveal the real reasons behind these iconic photo shoots, the backlash they faced, and how they rewrote the rules of age, beauty, and power in Hollywood. Number 10. Suzanne Summers. If you remember Suzanne Summers as the bubbly blonde from Three's Company or the fitness guru behind the Thigh Master, get ready. At 73, she took natural beauty to a whole new level. Suzanne celebrated her 73rd birthday in nothing but her birthday suit, literally. And the results were equal parts jaw-dropping and empowering. Here's the scene. It's Suzanne's birthday, and instead of a conservative party with cake, she decides to frolic au naturel in a sunny meadow. Yes, 73 years old and posing nude outdoors, with just some artful hand placement and Mother Nature as her backdrop. Talk about bold! She shared a photo of herself kneeling in the grass, wearing only a smile to mark the occasion. The setup had fans buzzing with curiosity. Was it real? Was it recent? The tension built as the image went viral on social media. Some folks couldn't believe the fearless move. Others wondered if it was from her younger days. But Suzanne confirmed it was all her, all now, proudly declaring that she's never felt more confident in her skin. "Here I am at 73, she wrote, in my birthday suit, complete with cheeky exclamation marks. The photo showcased her toned legs and radiant energy, sparking applause around the globe. Instead of an airbrushed magazine spread, this was a raw, unfiltered celebration of aging joyfully. Suzanne's daring birthday shoot proved that being sexy is timeless, and sometimes the best outfit is no outfit at all. Who needs lingerie when you've got that level of self-love? Number 9. Chloris Leeman. Next on our list is a Hollywood grand dame who proved you can be spicy and vegan-friendly at 82. Chloris Leeman, the late Oscar-winning actress known for her comedic chops, stunned the world in her 8th decade with a pin-up-style twist no one saw coming. Picture this: Chloris at 82 years young, posing with nothing but a dress made of lettuce and cabbage leaves, strategically covering her figure. Yes, you heard that right. This golden age actress went full pin-up for a PETA ad, wearing only salad couture. The campaign's cheeky slogan? Let vegetarianism grow on you. Chloris stood there barely covered in greens, flashing a mischievous smile that she said was totally owning it. Now talk about confidence goals. Who else has the guts to go nearly nude in their 80s for a good cause? The tension built as skeptics wondered, is she really doing this? But Chloris delivered the results with humor and bravado. The photos were playful yet jaw-dropping, showing off her still fabulous legs and defying every stereotype about older women. Fans were amazed and probably eating their veggies. Chloris's late-life pin-up moment proved that age is no barrier to being bold, or to having a little fun undressing for what you believe in. If you think this was gutsy, wait till you see what's next. Number 8. Kim Cattrall. You know her as the fearless Samantha Jones from Sex and the City. But Kim Cattrall wasn't done turning up the heat when she hit 60. In fact, she gave Season's Greetings a sultry twist with a Santa baby photoshoot at the Big 6-0, and it was nothing short of sizzling. Imagine a pin-up Christmas card come to life. Kim, newly 60, decked out in a curve-hugging red velvet mini dress trimmed with fluffy white fur, black satin gloves, and a Santa hat perched jauntily atop her signature blonde locks. The setup was a festive scene for the ages, literally. Kim posed atop a chimney, Mrs. Claus Who playfully pushing Saint Nick down the chute with only a pair of dangling black boots visible, as she struck a pose with a naughty grin. The tension? Wondering if the Sex and the City siren could still bring the heat after leaving her 50s behind. Spoiler alert, she could. And how? In the exclusive shoot for a UK magazine, Kim practically purred with confidence. Does she feel sexy at 60? The interviewer asked. Hell yes, Kim laughed, basking in the flashbulbs. And the proof was in the pictures. She oozed pin-up appeal. Reclining on a faux snowy chair with candy cane red stilettos and that Santa suit hugging her in all the right places. Fans were treated to a saucy holiday spread that proved Kim still got the it factor in spades. The photos blew up online, leaving everyone ogling and maybe humming Santa Baby for days. Kim's message was clear: being 60 is no reason to put away the sequins or the sass. In fact, she made sure this Santa was checking her out twice. Number 7. Sharon Stone. Coming in at number 7 is a woman who redefined the word bombshell in the 90s and wasn't about to let age dim her shine. Sharon Stone, famed for that iconic Basic Instinct scene, stepped back into the spotlight at 61 with a photo shoot that screamed "Still got it" and left fans doing double takes. The setup was a high-fashion magazine spread that quickly became the talk of Tinseltown. Picture Sharon at 61, posing topless, yes, topless, for the cover of Vogue Portugal. Cue collective gasp. Draped in nothing but sheer confidence and a pair of elegant trousers, she recreated the provocative magic she's known for. One shot in particular channeled that leg-crossing moment, this time with Sharon casting a smoldering look over her shoulder, bare skin and bold attitude on full display. The tension in the air? Palpable. Could she really pull off sexy and sophisticated at 61 in a world obsessed with youth? Sharon's answered with a resounding yes, she can. And did. The photographs were breathtakingly sultry yet classy, showcasing her toned back and fearless gaze. In the accompanying interview, Sharon cheekily noted that society might label women as in uneffable, her words, after a certain age. But she's living proof that sensuality doesn't evaporate at 40, 50, or 60. The world watched, riveted as this Oscar-nominated actress proved she's as alluring now as she was in her star-making moment decades ago. By boldly baring both body and soul for the camera, Sharon Stone at 61 reminded everyone that true sex appeal is ageless, and sometimes even more potent with a few extra years of experience. Talk about instinct, she hasn't lost a bit of hers. Number 6. Dame Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren has been royalty on screen. Hello, the Queen. And off-screen, she's practically the queen of aging gracefully. But don't let the title Dame fool you. At 65, Helen proved she could be every bit the sultry pinup as starlets a third her age. In fact, she literally wrapped herself in the flag for a photo shoot that had everyone saluting her boldness. Here's the scene. It's 2010 and Esquire magazine names Helen Mirren sexiest woman alive at age 65, beating out women decades younger. Cue uproar and applause. To celebrate, Helen agreed to a daring photo shoot that left Brits and Yanks alike blushing. Draped in nothing but a silky Union Jack flag, Helen struck a pose that was equal parts patriotic and provocative. The flag covered just enough, but plenty of Mirren magic was on display. Her bare shoulders, confident smirk, and those come-hither eyes that would charm anyone. Could this revered actress truly pull off a near-nude pin-up shot in her mid-60s? Yes, the photo was an instant classic, oozing elegance and sex appeal in one fell swoop. Helen's curves, partially silhouetted by that Union Jack, had fans roaring their approval. She looked regal yet cheeky, like a goddess who just happens to keep a national flag handy for impromptu glamour sessions. In interviews, the always witty Helen was gobsmacked to have upset much younger Megan Fox in the sexiness poll. But let's be honest, she earned that title by confidently flaunting what nature and perhaps a bit of Pilates gave her. Dame Helen Mirren reminded the world that sensuality has no sell-by date. At 65, she wasn't just sexy for her age, she was, hands down, one of the sexiest alive, period. Number 5. Jane Seymour. Once a Bond girl, always a Bond girl. But Jane Seymour took it to the next level by becoming a Playboy cover girl again at 67. This timeless beauty, famous for Live and Let Die and Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, proved that her license to thrill only got stronger with age. The setup had longtime fans buzzing. It had been 45 years since Jane first posed for Playboy in the 1970s. She was in her late 60s now. Would she really return to those pages? The very idea created serious tension and some raised eyebrows. Jane had always been classy and a touch reserved. Was she about to bear it all once more, pushing the boundaries for older women in media? In 2018, she answered with a flawless yes. Jane graced Playboy in a stunning pictorial shot at her Malibu home, becoming one of the oldest women ever featured in the magazine. And let's clarify, these photos were drop-dead gorgeous. At 67, Jane posed in a silky robe that offered tantalizing peeks of skin, and in one shot she was wrapped up in a cozy sweater and little else. The vibe was more sophisticated siren than overtly racy, very Bond girl meets elegant bohemian, but it was undeniably a pin-up moment. She even sprawled on a fur rug by the fireplace, her long hair cascading as she gazed confidently into the camera. Jane announced to the world that she felt sexier now than ever. Fans and critics alike couldn't help but applaud. The images captured her toned physique and radiant smile, silencing anyone who thought beauty fizzles with age. Here was a grandmother of 3, yes, breaking barriers and looking fierce doing it. By strutting back into Playboy in her late 60s, Jane Seymour proved that Bond girls may age, but their appeal is forever. And sometimes the second act is even hotter than the first. Number 4. Sophia Loren. Sophia Loren, the very name drips with old Hollywood glamour and jaw-dropping beauty. In her heyday, she was the ultimate bombshell, turning heads in the 1950s and 60s. But trust us, Sophia wasn't content to leave all the fun back in the 20th century. At 72 years old, this Italian icon came roaring back with a pin-up photo shoot that left the world speechless. The stage for this one? The notoriously racy Pirelli calendar, known for featuring supermodels and stars in artistic and often scantily clad photos. When whispers spread that Sophia Loren would appear in the 2007 edition, jaws dropped. Could it be true? The tension was off the charts. The Pirelli calendar is basically a who's who of the world's hottest models. And here we had a septuagenarian screen legend joining the lineup. Some skeptics wondered if she'd be photographed more conservatively. But oh, how Sophia delivered. In the unveiled photos, Sophia Loren at 72 absolutely smolders. Dressed in black lingerie with sheer details and a come-hither pose, she proved she could out-glam women half her age without breaking a sweat. One shot shows her reclining on silk sheets, a coy smile on her lips, diamonds glittering at her throat, the epitome of ageless seduction. Another has her wrapped in a satin sheet, showing off a tantalizing shoulder and that famous hourglass figure, still intact and stunning. The world's collective reaction? Va-va-voom! Sophia's presence stole the show from every model in that calendar. She became the oldest woman ever featured in Pirelli's pages, a record that felt more like a triumph than a trivia fact. Seeing an older, wiser sex symbol reclaim her throne reminded everyone that true glamour is eternal. Fans cheered, and younger generations quickly learned that Sophia Loren's fire never faded. If anything, it burns brighter with age. In a word, she was and is bellissima. Number 3. Betty White. You might not expect to see Betty White, the adorable, sharp-tongued grandma of TV, on a list of pinup queens. But that's exactly why she's here, scoring our number 3 spot with an outrageously charming calendar shoot at the age of 88. Yes, you read that right, 88 and a centerfold sweetheart. The setup was as delightful as the woman herself. In 2010, just after her 88th birthday, news broke that Betty White would release a pinup calendar for charity. Cue the collective, wait, what? America's Golden Girl was about to become Calendar Girl? The curiosity and tension shot through the roof. People joked, people cheered, but no one quite knew what Betty had up her sleeve, or if she'd be wearing sleeves at all. When the calendar finally hit shelves for 2011, it was pure Betty. Playful, tongue-in-cheek, and utterly endearing. Each month featured our favorite nonagenarian in training in a fun pose. In one photo, Betty lounges by a fireplace in a feathery boa, giving a sly wink. In another, she's dressed as a rosy-cheeked Cupid, complete with wings and an arrow, flirty and funny at the same time. For July, rumor has it she posed with a group of buff young firefighters, looking positively tickled by the company of shirtless hunks. She wasn't clad in skimpy lingerie, that's not Betty's style. But she served glam in elegant gowns, vintage pinup costumes, and a healthy dose of campy humor. This was a national treasure, showing us that age is no reason to stop playing to the camera. Fans scrambled to buy the calendar. It sold like hotcakes, and critics applauded Betty for her moxie. After all, it takes guts and wit to become a pinup girl at 88. Betty quipped in interviews with a grin, I'm now an official calendar girl. It's never too late, right? Indeed, Betty, it is never too late, and you proved it in the most adorable way possible. Talk about a golden year. Number 2. Dolly Parton. Sliding into the number 2 spot with a wink and a wiggle is none other than Dolly Parton, the country music icon and occasional Hollywood actress who has never been shy about her assets or her age. Dolly turned 75 years old and decided it was the perfect time to dive back into her old Playboy bunny costume from the 1970s. The result? A pin-up moment that was equal parts bold, cheeky, and utterly delightful. Let's set the scene. Back in 1978, Dolly made headlines posing on the cover of Playboy magazine in a strapless black bunny suit, complete with ears and a cotton tail, a country girl gone playmate, and absolutely owning it. Fast forward to 2021. Playboy, the magazine, is no longer doing traditional centerfolds, but Dolly doesn't need a magazine to make magic. For her husband Carl's birthday, and let's be honest, for the millions of fans who adore her, Dolly recreated her iconic Playboy cover look at 75. The tension built through the day as Dolly teased a special surprise on social media. Was she really about to don that outfit again? Then she dropped the video and photos, and the internet about lost its mind. There was Dolly Parton pouring her famous hourglass figure back into the original style bunny corset. She even had a custom one made, complete with a pink bow tie, cuffed gloves, and perky bunny ears atop her bouffant blonde hair. She posed with a giant grin, one hand on her hip, the other holding up a vintage Playboy cover of herself from decades ago. The ultimate then and now flex. And this was pure Parton pizzazz. Dolly looked incredible, her ample cleavage and tiny waist defying time as she joked, "Who says I can't still wear a bunny suit?" The photos radiated joy and self-assurance. In the accompanying video, Dolly quipped in that sweet southern drawl that she was doing it because "I thought it'd be real cute to surprise him, her husband, and you," giving a saucy little shimmy. Fans roared with approval, media outlets went nuts, and Dolly once again broke the internet with class and humor. By turning herself into a septuagenarian centerfold, Dolly Parton proved that sexy is 75 in her world, and she's playing by her own playful "This bunny's still hoppin', y'all. This bunny's still hoppin', y'all." And now, taking the top spot on our countdown, the ultimate silver siren who utterly shattered age taboos with a single photo shoot. Number 1. Rita Moreno. Rita Moreno, the legendary EGOT-winning actress, waited until her late 80s to show the world that sexy has no age limit. And boy, did she deliver! At a fiery 89 years old, Rita lit up a glamorous photo shoot that left fans absolutely floored and cheering "Olé" for this West Side Story icon. The setup for this grand finale was a special Vanity Fair spread celebrating Hollywood's enduring beauties. Many expected to see Rita in a dignified pose, perhaps draped in an elegant gown. But this Puerto Rican powerhouse had something spicier in mind. Picture Rita at 89, striking a pose in a crimson-red gown with a sky-high slit that showed off her still-toned legs for days. To amp up the drama, she kicked one leg playfully out of the slit and propped her hands on her hips, exuding the sass and confidence of a woman one-third her age. The look on her face said it all. Still got it, and then some. The tension? Palpable. An octogenarian plus in a high-fashion, high-seduction shoot. Could she pull it off without feeling gimmicky? As the cameras flashed, Rita brought the heat. In one stunning shot, she even draped a luxurious fur coat off her shoulders, revealing a hint of sparkling bodysuit underneath. A tease of skin here, a flash of bling there. All tastefully done, but undeniably fierce. The world held its breath, then exhaled in pure awe. The result was a set of images that practically shouted, "Hollywood legend, forever young." Rita's vivacious poses and flirtatious grin radiated such life that you'd swear she discovered the fountain of youth. Or maybe the fountain of fuego. When the spread hit the public, social media went into a frenzy. Fans from 19 to 99 couldn't get enough of Rita schooling us on how to be a glamorous rebel at any age. Interviews revealed her secret was simple. She just doesn't believe in acting her age. "Age is just a number," Rita said with a wink. "What you do with it, that's the real story." And what a story she gave us. an 89-year-old pinup queen owning the spotlight like it was 1952 again. In claiming our #1 spot, Rita Moreno stands as living proof that bold beauty truly can last a lifetime. She didn't just break the mold, she tap danced on it in high heels and a slit dress. There you have it. 10 fabulous Hollywood actresses defied norms and brought serious pinup power to their golden years. If you liked this video, make sure to watch our other videos in the end screen about beautiful ladies of yesteryear.